Hello, everyone. I'd love to reveal the future of collaborative learning to you today. In today's AI driven world, educators are struggling to harness the power of multiple AI models in a cohesive, intuitive environment. What I mean by that is you have all these different companies, all these different AI tools, different AI agents, and there's nowhere to really test them quickly, properly, especially in an environment that's conducive to learning or productivity. And moreover, AI companies seem to be wanting to create the chainsaws, the things that are able to do as much as possible as quickly as possible without really focusing on the accuracy or the controllability of these AI models. Instead of creating a chainsaw, we wanted to focus on creating the scalpel, something that allows you to truly dive into the chunks of a document, to utilize all the power that AI has, but completely focus it like an actual scalpel being used in surgery, to really control the documents, the learning, the building of the environment in a way that gives the human mind its full capability to express itself in the most accurate and focused ways possible. But not only to do it by yourself, but to do it within the environment around you. And we're doing this through our software, Eduba. Now, initially, I will be honest, our front end is still getting a little work done. It's not as intuitive as we'd like it, and we are in the early stages of building it. However, I'd still like to show you what we have so far. So as you can see, you go ahead and log in. First, you're greeted with the main menu area. You'll have a series of areas for discussions. As you can see, we already have lots of discussions going on. Now, you're able to create a brand new topic, and you're able to choose the name of that topic. I've already created a test topic, and as you can see, you have an area to type your messages, the idea of who started the topic and what the topic is about, an area to create a document or ask an agent to create a document, and an area to see the changes to any documents that you have made within this chat environment. Now, this isn't just a standard AI to person environment. You can have multiple AI and multiple people within the same text environment, and every agent or AI that you choose from whichever company you choose is all built within the app itself. You can have more than one person sitting and speaking within these discussion areas. As you can see down here, we were speaking on a paper called The Presidency. My programmer named himself Adam Smith under his account because we were talking about economies, and both of us were having a standard conversation on how we'd like the paper to conduct. From there, we picked an academic writing agent. This academic writing agent reads this conversation, understands and has training in its system prompts to be able to fit into a group chat environment, and go ahead and responds to what it thinks we would need, and it continues writing it. From there, we critique it, explain what we would like, and we actually incorporate a document agent that we have tuned specifically to be able to focus and create documents. And as you can see, it created a document over here. Now, the eventual goal is to have semantic vectoring applied to all of these documents, a more efficient way to understand and roll through documents as well as pull documents into the conversation. This entire environment is dedicated to focusing and creating more control over multiple documents and multiple sources of information to make it easier for your agents to use systems like RAG. Now, we continue our conversation. We keep choosing multiple agents, and now so these agents are reading and listening to not only what the other AI says, but what the people are saying, creating a proper collaborative environment. From there, it continues building and building and building until finally you have a decent document and you have all the changes that you can follow within that document. Every little spec, every little idea that is moving. This not only allows for evaluation and understanding of what the model is changing for the prompts, but gives you a better understanding what has changed and if anyone else has changed the document. The goal is to make it where you never even have to touch the document yourself. Agents are taking apart chunks of the document, not rewriting the entire thing, but specific sections with document analysis, functions, and semantic vectoring. You'll also see something here called Create Branch. Now, this is something that we believe is extremely important to the future of this vectoring and understanding. Sometimes when you're creating a project or something like that, you end up creating multiple routes or multiple discussions. Even though you have a large team of people, they all might want to go off and talk about a separate discussion. So as you can see here, we were talking about creating a model to evaluate and understand what current LLMs are. Claude gave a decent description. Now, when you send this message out, again, nothing happens until you ask an agent or ask a document agent to update that document. Now, I liked what Claude provided. However, I wanted something a bit more academic. This is an agent that's focused on academic aspects. So we're going to head and ask that agent. It's not only going to read what the original Claude said, but it's also going to read what we said and go ahead and respond on what it believes. It's going to give us various language understanding evaluations or perhaps more focused metrics there. Now from there, we also understand that we have our own evaluation sections. So perhaps I can copy what I would like to do with my system. Now I have various systems or control systems, and I may take a document from one of our other discussions or statements from our other discussions, copy them, and place them into this document. However, for right now, we'll keep it simple. So instead of hitting Ask Agent in here, I can ask an agent to actually create a document. So what we're going to do is press Ask Document Agent to update document. It's going to go ahead and read through, and it's going to decide what exactly is needed for that document. Now again, you can add your own document, you can create your own document. The goal is to have multiple documents that are all semantically vectored, as in there are certain values or ideas around the document so that multiple agents or other people within the environment can simply find what that document is very quickly and add it into the conversation, and perhaps create multiple branches based off of sections of that document. As you can see, now the document is pumped through. Now perhaps you would like to start a new one specifically on the introduction. So what we're going to do is create a branch, and that branch is going to allow us to move into a different direction. So I'm simply going to take the actual introduction here and place it in there. Now there's two options you have here. You can either create that branch outright or have the AI start focusing on it. So we'll go ahead and actually have the AI branch off. When you create a branch, you will notice a line is created. And from that branch, you are actually out of the original conversation and a new entire discussion is created. Because we're in the source discussion, we actually are able to see every conversation. But if you were to follow and only focus on this actual document or this area, you would be able to sit there and only see that section. Now, we are in the main discussion, which allows you an overview. And so you can see the multiple views and focuses of that discussion. However, if you would like to only dive into one area of the discussion and stick on only one section, then that's what you can do. And as you can see, multiple areas and multiple discussions have been made for that branch. And we've also been able to break down the introduction into a much larger, collaborative, comprehensive guideline. This gives us an entire area to branch and continue branching down. Now, one could see this as being useful if you were to create control systems for robotics. You'd be able to create multiple sections focusing on each area of the robotics section, allowing you to project into multiple discussions, multiple areas, and allowing multiple people and multiple agents tailored to each task to actually be able to work on that part of the document. Perhaps you wanted to sit there and have people only focus on asteroid fills. You'd mold down that area, write those sections of the documents, and then merge it later. And you would be able to ask other agents to be able to help you with this. Imagine a project manager, except every person within this environment becomes a project manager, managing multiple agents and perhaps creating them as time moves on. As of right now, Eduba is in its early stages and we are still testing a lot, but we very much invite any sort of feedback or collaboration from anyone out there. I look forward to really seeing how this develops and evolves over the next few months and over the next few years, and I hope you all can join us on that journey. Thank you so much. Until next time, friends.